Hi, it's Taylor Pangman and welcome to the Tribe Life. For this week's class, we're focusing on heart openers. So we'll do some poses that really open up the chest. If you're a hunter, this is great for you. And when you're ready, take your mat, roll it out, and we'll begin. All right, we'll start our class today back in child's pose. Taking a few deep breaths to set our intention for class today. Forgetting about what's happened earlier today and your to-do list for the rest of the day. Right now, in this moment, you're here on your mat. Taking a few more deep breaths. And when you're ready, coming up onto all fours. We'll do some cat-cow to waken up our spine and our bodies. So pressing our feet, or I guess flipping our toes under, we'll come into cow first. So inhale, dropping the chest, shifting the gaze up. Exhale, flipping the feet, pressing them into the ground. Pressing our shoulders and our spine up towards the sky. We'll do two more. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, coming into cat. One more. And coming to a neutral spine. When you're ready, flipping the toes, we'll come back into downward facing dog. Taking a few minutes or a few breaths to walk out our dog, stretch out our calves, coming into this pose. Inhale, reaching that right leg up and back. Exhale, bringing it forward in between your hands. Dropping that back foot down. Inhale, reaching up into warrior one. Taking a deep breath. Releasing your hands to the ground. Coming back into plank and lowering all the way down to the ground. Inhale, pressing up into low cobra. Exhale, pressing back into child's pose. And then back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, reaching that left leg up and back. Exhale, bringing it forward in between your hands. Dropping that back foot down. Inhale, reaching up, warrior one. Releasing your hands to the ground, pressing back into plank, lowering down to the ground. Inhale, coming up, low cobra. Exhale, pressing back, child's pose. And push back, downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath here. Inhale, lifting that right leg up and back. Exhale, bringing it forward in between your hands. Dropping that back foot down. Inhale, coming up into warrior one. Taking a deep breath. Releasing your hands down, pushing back into plank. This time lowering to chaturanga, so halfway down. Inhale, coming up into upward facing dog. Exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting that left leg up and back. Exhale, bringing it forward in between your hands. Dropping that back foot down. Inhale, reaching up, warrior one. Releasing your hands down to the ground, pressing back into plank, lowering down to chaturanga halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And taking a deep breath here. On your next inhale, lifting your right leg up and back. Exhale, bring it forward in between your hands. This time we're going to come up into a high lunge. And taking a deep breath here. And when you're ready, we'll start to rotate forward. So to rotate forward, leaning forward, slowly coming off that back foot, coming into warrior three. So you can keep your arms out straight, bring them into your heart, or shoot them back. Stay here for one more breath. And then slowly start to tilt back up, bringing that left foot to match the right into Tadasana. So we'll do a round of tree here. So I'll face you just to show you, but shift your weight into your right foot and we'll bring the left foot up. So you can, this is a balance pose, so you can either keep it low on your calf or bring it up into your thigh. Just avoid your knee. It's not good to really press weight into that. So pick whatever height you choose. And for a nice heart opener, we'll bring our hands behind our back, grasping our wrists, or I guess clasping our hands, and taking a deep inhale, reaching our chest up, and exhale, stretching our arms, straightening our arms for that nice heart opener. And for an extra balance challenge, you can close your eyes here. That's a good challenge. Taking away your vision. Taking one more breath. And then releasing your hands and releasing your foot. Shifting our weight onto our left foot. So doing the same thing, you can put it on your calf, or you can bring it up to your thigh. Again, grabbing your hands behind your back and stretching out your arms for a nice chest opener, heart opener. Taking two more breaths here. Then releasing the hand, releasing the foot. We'll inhale our arms coming up. Exhale, forward fold. Staying here for a few breaths, feeling the nice stretch. You can come into ragdoll by grabbing opposite elbows and just shaking your head yes and no. Taking one more breath. Releasing the hands to the ground. You can jump or step back into plank, lower into chaturanga. Inhale, coming upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath here. Inhale, lifting your left foot up. Exhale, bringing it forward in between your hands. Coming up to a high lunge. Staying here for a breath or two. And again, we'll come into warrior three. So when you're ready, slowly rolling, rocking forward, shifting forward, and then lifting that back leg up slowly. The trick is very controlled. So again, you can stay and keep your arms out. You can bring them into your heart, bring them back. Stay here for one more breath. And when you're ready, tilting back up, bringing that right foot to match the left. And we'll do one more quick round of tree here. So again, bringing that right, shifting your weight over to your, we'll say our left foot this time. So shifting the weight into our left foot, bringing the right foot to our calf or our thigh. And again, you can keep your hands, different variations. You can bring your hands into your chest, bring them up, bring them down. Heart opener, grab your wrists, opening up that chest. One more breath. Releasing that foot and those hands, shifting the weight into the right foot, doing the same thing. And taking a few breaths. Second round should feel a little bit easier, especially on your shoulders and your chest. And then releasing your hands and your feet. Inhale, reaching our arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Again, staying here for a few breaths. You can grab opposite elbows, coming into ragdoll again, or for another heart opener, you can grab your hands behind your back, straightening your arms, and letting them fall back for an extra chest opener. Releasing your hands. Inhale, lifting halfway up. Exhale, planting your hands. Jump or step back into plank, lowering down to chaturanga. Inhale, coming up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And staying here for a breath. Then lowering down onto your knees. And we'll rise up from there. And we'll do 2 rounds of camel. So coming onto the tips of your toes, flipping your toes under. We'll do the first round like this. So if full camel is too much for you, you can start here. So keeping your hands on your hips. And actually everyone do this. So have a long spine, straightening the spine, and start with tilting your head back. You always want to think inhale, lengthen, and exhale back. Taking one more breath in here. Inhale, exhale, and coming back up. Then we'll do full camel. So inhale, reaching our right arm up and back, falling back till we find that heel. Inhale, reaching that left arm up and back, grabbing the other heel, and we'll release our head back, pushing forward through our hips, up through our chest. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then very slowly rising up. Taking a breath here. Doing child's pose, just for a breath, releasing that lower back. And then coming up. We'll swing our feet in front of us, doing a forward fold here with both legs out in front. Removing the flesh away from our sits bones, flexing our feet. We'll inhale our arms up, and exhale, forward fold over those feet. And for a nice lower back release, you can bend your knees and kind of relax and fall onto your legs. Taking one more breath and releasing those feet. We'll roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Coming onto our backs. We'll do 2 rounds of bridge. So bending your knees, bringing your feet down to the ground. We'll inhale. Exhale, lifting your hips all the way up to the sky. You can grab your hands underneath and shimmy your shoulders under. And pressing up through the heels. Taking one more breath. And exhale, release. can wiggle your knees from side to side for a nice lower back release. We'll do one more bridge. So again, inhaling, exhale, lifting one vertebrae at a time. Again, shimmy those shoulders under, pressing down into the ground with our heels and lifting our hips up. Taking 2 more breaths. And releasing down one vertebrae at a time. You can bring your feet out to mat's distance apart and windshield wiper those hips or your knees from side to side. It's a nice release there. And we'll do one more pose. So giving our knees a hug into our chest. Bringing our arms out to a T. We'll drop our knees over to the left side, shifting our gaze over that right shoulder. Taking one more breath. Bring our hips, or our knees back over to the middle and then over to the right side. Shifting our gaze over to the left. Taking one more breath. And then hug our knees back into our chest, rolling them clockwise and counterclockwise for a nice lower back massage. And then releasing our feet back down to the ground and all the way down to the ground, coming into final shavasana. You can pause the video here if you're looking to take a longer shavasana, or you can stick with me for a minute or two, take a few deep breaths. And I'll bring us back up to close our practice. So taking a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. And releasing into the mat for a few breaths here.